Siget. Cat Shaskanli, 69. Really getting there now. These last few chapters aren't really that difficult. You know a lot of this stuff already. I'm not even sure why they made 69 a separate chapter from 68, because it really doesn't give you much more about the adjective, the attributive adjective. This is the so-called third declension, all ending in a vowel. How many adjectives end in a vowel? There's so few. But there are only two kind of exceptions. Normally they just stay the same for everything. The exceptions are bra, lo braha, lo bra, lehenta braha. So that gets a different plural ending. And che, lehenta cho, becomes a different ending in the plural. But normally, dinabio, dinibio. Just, that's it. And that's all they're telling you. Now, they give you some actual homework in this chapter. There's a little more I didn't mention in the previous one. A couple of adjectives, the ending gets syncopated in the plural, like rauer becomes raura. So the vowel and the consonant flip. So there's a few like that. According to the Christian Brothers, there's actually 8 different declensions, 8 main declensions, and then there's that's not including the syncopated ones. So there's a lot more you can study about how these adjectives can change. You have the gist of it in these 2 chapters, but there's a lot more in the grammar books. You know, you can go to any one of these grammar books and study multiple pages. That's why it's you get the basics. You remember the ones that they give you the examples of. Practice just using them. One thing that you'll notice is a certain feminine, it's usually the feminine genitive singular that's the difficult thing, that's different from everything else, and it adds slender vowels in there somewhere, somehow. Also, anything that's an ACH ending, the masculine genitive singular, even though it sounds the same, is IGH. The feminine is IFADA. So little fussy things like that you have to go through. That's why very frequently I will go to a dictionary and look up the adjectival ending if I'm not sure of it, and it's a good practice just to check yourself. But there are rules, and they do make sense, and if you study them, you'll remember them. There are a couple of fluky little exception things that you'll find in the grammar books as well. But for the most part, they're the adjectives you learned in the previous lesson, and these 2 little exceptions and hardly any adjectives that end in vowels. So have fun. It was a pretty easy week. So do your exercises and keep reviewing. Getting close to the end of the book.